history was made last night in the NBA.
History.
Bronny James and LeBron James stepped on the court at the same time last night when the Lakers played against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Like Lakers ended up winning that game, man. So what I want to ask you, man, with that moment, man, was that a big deal for you guys when you guys
Don't
saw
do
that?
that, Ivan. Ivan, what are you? Come on,
I
Ivan.
will go first.
Hey, Ivan, listen, hold on. Before you go, man, let me just say this, bro. Be respectful, bro. Because you just wilding tonight for no reason.
What are you?
Imagine your dad being a great soccer player for Croatia, and then you come in and join him, bro. Be respectful, man.
I think
All
I
right,
got something to say too. Go ahead,
Oh,
Yvonne.
here we
all
go.
right. First off, LeBron James Jr. is garbage. All right. He should
Facts.
not be in the NBA. We
What
are not
else?
here for a good story. Okay. We are here to win. That's what these teams are doing.
They
Ken
won.
Griffey, Ken Griffey, and Ken Griffey Jr. I don't know how the senior was, but I do know the junior was a Hall of Famer.
He was better than the senior.
Right. That's a cool story. And he was a stud. We got to keep it real here. Y'all always I talk different. I talk different. Well, keep it real if you talk
We
different.
are not the second
I talk
round pick.
different. I
It's
talk
a
different.
second round pick.
He shouldn't be a fifth round pick if there was an
Oh my,
NBA draft. Okay.
bro, stop.
If there was 5 rounds in the NBA draft. Look, we got to keep it real here. He's garbage. He should not be in the NBA. I said this in the offseason. Actually, Charles Barkley said it best last night. He said last night was just a Nike commercial for LeBron and his son. That's all it was. It was a Nike commercial. It was cool commercial. It was cool movie scene, but that's not what this is. This is winning games. I said before the draft, this is all about LeBron's satisfying ego to say, "Oh, I had the first NBA son to play beside me, this and that." This is not what that should be. Okay. At the end of the day, I said it. LeBron should stay in college, get better, stay in college 3-4 years, get better, and carve out his own lane. Let him get drafted by whoever thinks actually he is good. He just had a heart attack. And he's ready for the NBA. He didn't even start at USC. What are we doing here? Look, if my dad was a Croatia soccer
How
player,
many
it would
points
be
do you average, Yvonne, for UFC? Give us some clears, clarify that
US
for us.
for USC. I forgot. I think it was 4 a game.
Oh wow,
Regardless, it was trash. We got to keep it real. It is what it
yeah,
is. What's it called? What else was I gonna say? At the I forgot.
yeah.
I
Keep
forgot what
going,
else I was.
Yvonne. This is really entertaining for
I
me right
forgot
now.
what else I was gonna add there. But the point is, this isn't about cool stories. If my
Uh
dad
huh.
was a cool Croatian soccer player, a really good one, it would be a cool story if I ended up a stud just like him. I'm
Facts.
sorry, Bronny's not an NBA talent. He's
Talk.
not an NBA player, right? At
What
least not
else?
right now. And this was all last night. Uh, and to give it a month, he's going to be in the G League. So what's the point of this? This is all about being a cool story. It's not about stories. You draft to win. You draft to get better. Every single player in that draft was better than Bronny. Every
No,
single one. I
no.
don't. I don't want to hear it. It just. I don't care. This isn't about cool stories. This is about satisfying LeBron's ego. Y'all eventually got to see his nonsense and his BS. Charles Barkley did. He said this was a Nike commercial. I agree. This was manufactured. This was fake. This was not genuine. It's not that Bronny was a stud and then he ended up on Lakers. That would be a cool story if he was a stud. Last night he came in there, hit 6 threes or something. He's not that guy. What he played 3 minutes? Okay, all that for 3 minutes just to fill up LeBron's ego. Come on, man. You got to keep it real. This is not about cool stories. What I think would have been cool is I'd rather see Shaq on the Lakers last night than LeBron. Not Bronny, I
Yeah,
mean, come on. Like, what are we doing here?
that win was overshadowed by JJ Redick's first win as a basketball
Yeah,
head coach.
and
Man,
no one cares about
come
that
on,
win.
man.
No one cares about that win either. There's 82 games. They're not contenders. Y'all put them as a 6, 7, 8 seed as well. This means nothing to me. It's not about cool stories. This is about LeBron filling his ego. It's just that simple. He's not an NBA player right now. He should be in college carving out his own lane. That's why he'll be in the G League rest of the year. He won't be in the NBA in a couple of years unless LeBron has some type of influence. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's a cool story if you're not into winning games. They're paid to win games. That's what it's about.
Did they win the game last night?
Sure.
Okay, so then what's the problem?
It's not. I mean, you didn't draft them for one game. You drafted them.
Okay.
You
So
drafted them
I'll
for
ask you
long term.
this. I think what he was, the 50, what pick?
I
57, I
think
think?
56.
56. How many 56 picks were great in the NBA?
I know Isaiah Thomas was a second rounder. Nikola Jokic.
56.
I don't know.
Exactly, bro.
55th.
Bro,
Okay.
55th. Most players that go in the second round, most players end up in the G League anyway. So there's a lot of first rounders that end up in the G League. You brought up he didn't even start for USC. Marvin Williams was the second pick in the draft, and he didn't start at UNC. I said USC yet. Marvin Williams was the second pick in the draft, and he didn't start at UNC. So what does that mean? There's a lot of guys that don't start in college that still get drafted. That's the irrelevant conversation right there. So I don't want to hear none of that. At the end of the day, bro, and listen, I'm not knocking you because I brought up your dad because I know you don't have any children right now. But to me, being a father, I'm pretty sure C, Reek, guys that are dads, if we become great on and we get picked up and we become one of the biggest shows on the network, the MBS show, and then my son and me get to do a show, whether he's the greatest doing this or he's an up and comer and he needs a lot of work, bro, that first show with me and my son, bro, that would be the greatest thing that I could probably possibly do. It would make me so happy to see him on the show with me. At the end of the day,
It would
bro, that
make
was
you
cool.
happy.
Yes. But
Yes,
my thing,
I'm not saying it shouldn't make LeBron happy, but from someone from the outside, as a Lakers fan, I'd be like, you picked up a scrub. Like, I'm here to win.
okay, but my thing is, if a second round pick that's the 55th pick in the draft is going to go to the D League, but this 55th pick is still a business. You agree with it's a business, right?
Yeah.
You agree that, right? I guarantee you, no matter who they took at 55, they're not going to sell more jerseys than Bronny James.
Talk to him.
It's not
That's
about selling
business.
jerseys. It's about
Okay,
winning
but I'm
games.
saying it's still, but you still got to look at it as a business. You got to look at it as a business.
The Lakers
and
sell
hold on.
better than anybody in the NBA, regardless.
Hold on.
Brad.
I'll also throw this out there. You know the ratings were up last night too from this year from last year, right? You know that there was the highest ratings in like 7 years, I want to say, in the NBA as an opening night. So all I'm saying to you is this. I understand it's about the winning portion, but when you are an owner or a GM, it's not just about winning. It is a business too, and you got to make money. And Bronny is a great investment at the 55th pick in the draft, where, like you said, it could be a night commercial, it could be a movie later on in life. That might be a movie that they might make a lot of money on. At the end of the day, bro, I have no issue with it. And I told you, if I was a team, I'd have took Bronny because it took me a hater kind of and take it from him. But I'm actually glad the Lakers ended up with him. If he goes on, I wish the kid nothing but the best. But that was an awesome moment for me as a dad. I liked it. And I do think, as far as from a business standpoint, it wasn't a bad pickup by the Lakers because at the 55th pick, dog, there's nobody that they could have taken that draft that you could have made me believe is going to be a better business move for the Los Angeles Lakers. There's nobody you can name
It's not
in that
about that.
draft.
It's about winning games.
It's
Okay, but it's
absolutely
still a
about
business.
It's absolutely about that. Your job as a GM is to bring value to your team. To bring value to the team.
The GM had no choice here. This was all LeBron.
The job as a GM is to bring value to your team.
Hold on real quick. If you was the GM, you wasn't going to take Bronny?
No, hell no.
What?
Oh, all right, good. Hold on.
What?
So who would you have taken? Kevin McCullough Jr.,
I told you I would take that center that went right after him. That's number one. The Lakers are small. That's one. Or two, I would just trade the pick. What
He's
do I
gonna help you
have
win
at
a
a Bronny?
championship.
What do I have at a Bronny in the G League?
What he's gonna do for you? You
That
think he's
guy,
gonna be a
that
star
guy
for
would have for
Dallas?
sure been in the G League.
That guy would give me size, which is
That
what
guy
they
would
need.
give you size in the G League.
What is Bron giving you? What is Bronny giving you? He's not
Bronny
even.
is, hey,
He's
it's
not
bringing
even
in
giving.
business.
He's not even giving you size in the NBA.
Business is booming with Bron.
No, it's not.
He gave them 3 minutes last night, Yvonne.
Yeah, he's a stud.
And to y'all's point, how much did he average in college?
Think 4. I'm not sure.
4. And that makes him a trash player, right? So the
Yeah.
number 2 player picked in this draft, Alexander Sarr, averaged 9 points last year. Single digits. The second pick in the draft.
Okay.
And you're telling me that Bronny's terrible because he averaged slightly less than him?
No, that guy got picked up for his defensive prowess. Bronny got picked up because his dad's on the team.
His defensive, okay. So he got picked up for his defensive prowess. What have they said? What if they said Bronny was what can he bring to the NBA?
Absolutely nothing.
What have they said? What are the people who've been paid that don't get paid to hate that you're doing for free? What have they said that Bronny was his best attribute? Right.
I literally have not. I've just seen a bunch of people say he's not NBA ready.
So you've never heard nobody say he was defensive. He could play defense.
If he doesn't start at USC, why do I think he could play on the Lakers?
Bruh, I asked you a question.
I did not see it. I told you.
So you've never seen nobody say where do you your sources are terrible again, man.
They're not terrible. Yeah, he played 3 minutes last night because he's trash. It's simple as that.
As a father, I'm telling you right now, if I'm so good at my damn job that when it's time for my son to enter the workforce and I can get him on in my job, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get him on in my job if I know that he could possibly do the job. I'm not gonna bring him in there if he's just totally incompetent and he's gonna embarrass me out there.
And Bronny's gonna do exactly that.
If I know I can bring him in and teach him the ropes and he can pick it up with my guidance, I would most definitely get him a job where I'm working at. If I have that much cachet in my job that I can get my son on that has this much of experience, and they trust me enough to know that they're gonna tell me, you know what? See, I'm gonna hire him, but you better make sure he works out. That's exactly what they told Bron. They said, hey, look, we're drafting, but it's on you. He's like, bro, if he come over here with me, I'm going to make sure he's a pro. I'm going to make sure he's able to compete and contribute to this team within the next couple of years. He's a project player right now. They had their moment last night. They deserve that moment. He deserved that moment, man. LeBron is in year 22. He's put up the numbers. He's brought a championship to the Lakers. He's done things time and time again that earned him the cachet to be able to bring his son in on the last team that he'll probably play for in the last year. There's no way he doesn't deserve to be able to have his son in there if his son is capable. His son is capable. His son is not 5'8" and he got him drafted.
Right.
His son is not unathletic and he got him drafted. He's a project, but he can definitely end up being a NBA player, a 3-and-D kind of guy. So by having him in there on the team, who better to learn from than your dad?
And right now, I'm a hater, but 3 years from now, you rewind this, I'm gonna be right, and y'all gonna make excuses.
I'm not. That's a good business move, whether you like it or not. If I can make somebody as an owner with the 55th pick in the draft, I'm doing it.
And I tell you what,
and you won't win games.
The Lakers are one of the biggest franchises in sports across the board.
Exactly.
What are we talking about?
They're gonna make money regardless.
They're gonna make more money with that. And I tell you who else is gonna make some more money? Nike, when they drop those Bronny Juniors. Ooh, talk about flying off the shelf.
That no one is gonna buy. See, you won't even buy those.
You
Okay?
off the
I buy
chain,
all
bro.
kinds of shoes, bro.
I'm not off the chain. Y'all hate the real.
No, that's not the real, bro.
Bronny stinks. Just what it is. I have a topic right now. Everyone's opinion on Giannis's brothers. I'll start. They stink.
Bruh.
Yeah, they do stink.
Can you beat him?
What does that mean?
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
No, I can't. I never said I can, but that's the dumbest thing you've ever
But
said.
let me ask you
That's
this.
like saying you cannot criticize any player
No,
going
I'm not
forward
saying-
because you're not better than them, X. You
Okay,
hated
so let me ask you this.
you hated Goran Dragic, for example, that played for Miami and Houston and
I
Phoenix.
didn't like him.
Are you better than him?
No, I'm not. No, I'm
Okay.
not.
Okay,
I'm
so
not.
that's
I'm
why that's a
not.
dumb
Hey,
question.
but I'm not a hater neither. I don't hate on him neither.
Hold on. I got a
What's
question.
the difference between calling him a scrub and me calling Bronny a scrub? And I'm a hater.
Box office.
You
Box
call LeBron a scrub. You
No, I don't. No, I don't.
You
When I
never
call-
called LeBron a scrub.
I said LeBron's top 5 player all time.
No, what I'm saying, you've never called LeBron James a scrub.
No.
Yes,
So
you have,
so 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 what
Fine.
so what's your gripe towards second round picks? You saying they don't you're saying they don't
I
pan
said
out?
most of them don't pan out. Most of them. It's like a 7th round pick in the NFL draft. You take a flyer on people in the 7th round. The guy
Box
that you think that you can do some things with maybe has a chance of being a good player. Most 7th round picks don't make it in the NFL, just like most 2nd round picks in the NBA don't make it in the NBA.
There has been
Box
some
office.
solid.
Box
I
office.
never said I have none. I said most. Don't try to change my words. I said most.
Box office.
You think
Off
you
the top of
slick.
your head. Off the top
Well,
of your head, box office.
well,
Name me 2 players that were drafted in the 2nd round ahead of Bronny.
Ahead of Bronny?
Yeah.
I want to say Isaiah Thomas. And
No, you talking about this draft.
I'm talking about this draft.
I don't remember.
you just saying in general, or are you saying in the second
This
round?
draft. This
In
same
the
draft.
2nd round, this draft.
I don't remember. I mean,
And this wasn't even a good draft class. We all
there
agree
was
on
only
that.
there was only
literally
5.
said every player in the draft was better than him, but you can't name 2.
I don't have to. I watched the tape during the draft. They all were better than Bronny.
No,
I don't
bro.
have to know the name. I can just look at the
Why
player.
would you know Bronny's name?
I think I see some guy run down the street with a basketball. He looks better than Bronny right now too.
Exactly. That's about how much your opinion is worth. You look at anybody.
He couldn't start at USC. That's all I need to know.
Bro, that's a weak point. Bro.
Let Keo go. Let Keo go. I want to hear this. Let Keo go.
You guys talk so much. As far as this goes, if it was a big deal or not, I don't think it was a big deal to me. I think it's a big deal to LeBron, but as far as like America goes, as a general population that was watching basketball, that's a fan of the sport, I don't think it should be a big deal at all. I think it was more about LeBron making history than anything else. You step into court and then for 3 minutes of basketball. If it was like LeBron and Bronny dropped 20 apiece in the game and they came back and they won the game for the Lakers, I'll be like, okay, that's a huge moment. Father and son dropped 20 to come back to win the game, or or Bronny hit a game-winning shot. But Bronny played 3 minutes, went 0 for 2. He had 1 rebound. I just don't see the big deal about it. I mean, I understand if someone's a father, somebody's a dad, and who's into sports, and their son or kid is into sports. I understand that. I can understand what how you guys are feeling and how you guys view it. But the way I view it as a fan, just as a fan, not just as a parent, I'm just talking about basketball in general. I don't think it's a big deal at all. I just don't see what was the big deal about it. You step on the court and that father and son moment. I just don't see what was the big deal behind that.
Hold on, let me ask you this. You're on social media, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you see anything about that moment last night on social media?
I think people are overreacting over that moment though.
But did you see anything?
Yes, I seen it. I seen
I'm
it.
sure you saw a lot about it, right?
Yeah.
So that's what makes it a big moment. It was box office. It was something to see. People were waiting to see that. People who don't have anything to do, people who don't care nothing about basketball, were waiting to see that moment. My wife gives a damn about basketball. She gives a damn about LeBron James. But she said I told her I was just looking at my phone when I wasn't watching the game. I was looking at my phone and the alert came by and it showed the picture of them checking in. And I said, okay, Bronny and Bron just hit the court together. She's like, wait, his son play with him? I said, yeah. I said, she said, so they play on the same team. I said, yeah, he got drafted to the Lakers this year. She said, wow, that's awesome. She said they was in the game at the same time. I said, yeah. She's like, yeah, that's awesome or whatever. She wanted to see the picture. I showed her the picture. People who don't care about basketball at all, that was interesting to them. Yes, that's a big deal, bro.
But it's if you're a parent, of course you care about that. But I'm talking about as a basketball fan, anybody that follows basketball, so that I understand what Yvonne is saying about that. For me, I just don't see a big deal about it. You get on you're 3 minutes in the game with your dad. I mean, did you score any points when you're in the court with your dad?
He
Like,
had as many points as we did, Keo.
No,
oh,
it's
zero.
just a good
Okay.
it's just a good moment, bro. It's a good moment, feel good moment. We see this in sports all the time. Feel good moments. Y'all making it way, I don't understand exactly
It's
where y'all coming from it, but at the end
it's
of the day, like, hey,
you know what it
y'all entitled to
They're
your own
trying to
opinion.
find a way to
you know what
discount
it you know what it
by
you know
saying
what
it
it
didn't
you know
affect
what
the game.
you know what it is? It's fake reaction because those same people that's supporting this moment right now, they're gonna be ripping Bronny James when the Lakers do bad.
No, they're
That
not.
Yeah,
no,
they
that's
are.
exactly what happened. The
What
Lakers
they're
are the
gonna
most
if the Lakers do bad, the first thing they're gonna
the
say
Laker
is
the,
because of Bronny James.
No, they're
why
gonna
why
say
you waste your
LeBron left
draft pick on
because
Bronny James? That's what they're gonna
exactly.
say. Why you waste a
Nobody's
draft
gonna
pick
say
on
that,
him?
but you haters because who are they
Really
gonna
wasted.
pick? Who are they
Huh?
gonna pick at
I already
55?
said who. I already said who.
That
Okay, I got a question for you. I got a question. In 3 years, will he be in the league? That guy that you just said?
He's got a better shot than
I never
Bronny.
asked you that. You see now you flip it. Is he gonna be in the league? Yes
Yes,
or no?
yes,
Okay, we'll find
is
out.
is he gonna dress out for the Mavericks this year? That
probably.
he ain't get three. He didn't get 3 minutes tonight.
Well,
No,
because he
Rob
because
Dillingham was a first round draft pick and didn't play last night at all.
LeBron's not his pops.
But you're gonna tell me this guy that's number 60 picking the draft is gonna play for sure. Okay.
Well, if LeBron was his pops, he'd play.
That's not
Mm.
if.
Keo, if LeBron was your
If
dad,
would
you'd
all be
play
drunk.
last night.
Yeah. I would bug him to put me in.
And I agree, Reek. I'm not buying no damn Bronny sneakers. I'm not out of my mind.
Let me, before we get off here, I just want to say this one thing. Okay,
I
like I
guarantee
know
you, my son have a pair of them Bronny Juniors.
I don't know, Gil. I'm gonna point more towards you, but like Nikisha Sales, you remember Nikisha Sales?
Yeah, yeah.
You know how she scored her last bucket in college.
I
You
don't
remember?
remember. No.
She had an injury that ended her career, and they let her score her last bucket to break the record in the next game. And the team let her score. Why? Why have a moment like that? For what? It's all about winning. It was 2 points. I mean, it ain't that deep. Why let her play? Why let her score? It makes no sense. Sports are about moments sometimes, bro. Sometimes it's just about a good moment, a good feel-good story, bro. It's not that deep, bro. It's a second-round pick. He's number 55th. He was the 55th pick in the draft. Y'all making this way too
I'm
big.
not because I know how LeBron functions. This is what
That's
LeBron
your
does.
problem with
You
LeBron.
don't know this
Yes,
man.
I
No,
do know him.
I think he's right. Now
He,
I will say that. I
this is
do
what
think that you're right about LeBron has power, and he does. He
and
does. There's
no.
no doubt about that.
This is how LeBron functions. The Lakers are gonna stink after he forced his son on the team, and then he's going to blame somebody else, JJ Redick, whoever, the management, for not getting him enough help. Well, we gave you Bronny, and now we suck, huh? Okay. That's how LeBron functions. That's what y'all don't realize right now. But give it, the NBA playoffs always start April, May. He'll be complaining by
May,
June.
you know,
You
this
By the
is
way, I
very